King of Fog right here! Fog King looking awfully foggy today.
I would guess it correlates with the widening of the rift.
It changes nothing. The time is now.
Miss Melia, it's working!
Yes, now then.
Melia, let's go!
My friends, lend me your strength. The future belongs to us.
King of Fog will know name of hero bomb Xeno! Monster in for proper bashing.
He's not gonna know your name, Kino, because I'm not putting you in combat. Oh, this music is so good, I love it. The Fog King, unknown level. So he just doesn't even have a level. He is a red boy. Level 75 Fog Knights, though. Okay, so level 74 is where I want to be. Thank you, person in chat who said that. Death Lord, Perfect Darkness, what a name. Thank you for the info. Here we go, let's get this going. I just want to aim at the Fog King, because I think I can kill him pretty quick. Yeah, like, look at that damage. You think you can topple the Fog King? Let's find out. Get on the ground. You can topple him. He sucks. Give me a bursted chill real quick, so I can hit these other little guys. Oh, dude, they're losing tons of health, too. They're as good as done. This fight isn't difficult at all. Go ahead and kill the Fog Knights. Get them out. Goodbye, Fog Knights. Oh, I lost my form. That's fine. I thought I timed that way better than that, but apparently I didn't. Yo, let me end you with a red comet. You foolish fool. Come on, come on. Get enough. Get enough for the Pawn Specters. I beg. Shulk, it's basically relying on you. Come on, Pawn Specters. Pawn Specters, though. Let's go. In them, Pawn Specters. There's got to be another phase.
Shulk, what's wrong?
The sky.
The rift is expanding.
Mama, something not right. Foggy Fluffies all coming together. Not take no for answer.
What is the meaning of this?
It must be drawing its strength from the rift. And now it's even bigger.
In other words, if we could close the rift, we might have a chance.
It's possible. But first, let's do all that we can here.
You're right.
This is all over Kino's head. What does Hero One fight against impossible odds is natural like breathing. Fine then, time to dish out extra meta circular fishy fancy with cherry on top.
You hear that? Cherry on top. Bring it. Have I mentioned that this thing is straight up a crawl, by the way? Because it's straight up a crawl. Yo, he summoned a bunch of boys. Okay, they're still only level 75, so I feel better immediately. Let's get rid of these fools first. But also, wait a minute. Aim at the... I can't... Oh, I'm toppled. That's why I can't do anything. How long does this topple last? Please get up. All of my Pawn Specters are toppled, too. Do I died. It toppled me and I didn't get to play the game anymore. Was that scripted? No, it's taking me to the title screen. Excuse me? That's a little stupid, game. Like, come on. It just toppled me and held me there until it killed me? Like, I was toppled for who knows how long. Why is that my autosave? Because that was my last fast travel. Right. Oh, no, my playtime is 13 hours. The time that I loaded the game was at 17 hours in-game. So yeah, about 15 hours of gameplay. That's pretty good. That was really stupid. Like, that was very dumb. I'm gonna up my level a little bit. Put me at 76. Like, it literally just toppled me, and then I couldn't do it. I just had to sit there and lose. Which, as we all know, is one of my least favorite things in video games, is when you literally can't do anything, and you just lose completely out of your control. I'm gonna skip this, because we just did it. Yeah, hi. I'm gonna hope that you don't just, you know, basically cheat in your second phase. First in, go. Get out of here, scumbag. It's a bit of a sour taste in my mouth at the very end of the game that they were just like, yeah, he can topple you and you stay toppled for at least like 10 seconds, so you lose. That's like pretty bad, honestly. I'm still in burst mode, yeah. Take that. Internal burst, that sounds painful. I'm surprised I'm still in burst mode. I'm not even at max tension. Yeah, there it goes. The game was like, oh, you are still in burst mode. How did that happen? It took me out of it. Please die. Thank you. Skip. Alright, you crawl rejects. Let's do this again. This time I'll have a good bar ready to go. In fact, if I could just immediately hit you up with no pawn power. Yeah, pawn specter. And then immediately yellow chaos. Let's see how you like it when you don't get to play the game, scumbag. Daze these fools up. Alright, get rid of all the little boys. There we go. I needed that, thank you. Oh, it's just the Fog King now? Alright, this is suddenly way better. Get on the gram. Except I don't think you can be toppled. Infernal Burst, is this what screwed me last time? It might be. I don't know. It did a lot of damage, but it didn't topple me. Come here, Shulk. There you go. Alright, give me a bolt. Give me a bolt into an earth. This sounds like final boss music. This might be the last phase. Or there might be one more phase after this. Who knows? We'll see. Missed press? Is that the thing that topples? He's taking his time with it. Yep, it is, except this time you didn't get to hit every single one of us with it, thankfully. Oh, the Pawn Specters are ready. Get up, Nene. I want to finish him with the Pawn Specters. Assuming he doesn't have another phase, that is. Convergence Beam. Ooh. Fancy sounding. Oh, I'm in Element Burst. Return to Chaos. Alright, this is going in. See, if he doesn't just topple all three of your characters at once for 20 seconds and insta-win, this boss fight is actually pretty fine. Throw out a bolt. End him, Pawn Specters. Collision Burst means nothing to me. It won't save you. This animation takes so long. Ooh, that hurt. Die. Get in there, Kino. Join the ends of the fight.
No use. It keep happening! What are we supposed to do now?
Don't give up. No matter how many times it returns, we can bring it down just the same. Our future must be kept safe. What? Telethia? Why? What? What on Bionis?
Melia, for whatever reason, those explosions seem to be distorting and destabilizing the rift.
Incredible. They saved us. Fine. Time to finish this. Please, buy me some time. Grant me your strength, friends.
King of Pop is dethroned! Big win for good guys!
The future is safe. Finally.
It is.
And then Dixon shoots her in the chest. Yo, that was sick. Nene blocking that laser beam. That was so good. Little brat, you shouldn't have done that. Is this credits? Oh, okay. Or not credits? No, final cutscene. I was about to say, they're not going to hit us straight up with the credits there. Yo, have Dunban and Ricky and the others be here. I'll actually cry. If we get to see, like, Ricky, Charla, Dunban here. I don't think they're gonna do that, but I would actually tear up. Oh, this music is nice. There's no dialogue, so I can actually talk over this. God, the shadow of the Empress. I really liked that they brought Tyrea back for this. Those quiet moments with her were fantastic. Alright, well, that seems to be the end. I wouldn't be surprised if there was another cutscene at the end or something. We'll see what happens. A little bit of a sudden ending, I feel like, to the whole Fog King thing. They never really, like... They never really went into anything about, like, what the Fog King actually was, or, like, why it existed or anything like that. But also, at the same time, it's just a it's like an epilogue post-game story. It wasn't supposed to be a really big storyline thing. Yo, these pictures are showing them coming back and all that. Oh, that's so good. Oh, yes! Ricky. Oh, Fiora is so upset that Shulk went without her. That's so good. Oh, I love Ricky so much. Now, I can't talk now about my feelings. I have to focus on these pictures. They're so good. Oh, they're like loading the junks up to go help them and stuff. Oh, I love that. That's really good. Yeah, they didn't like, it's a little weird they didn't really go into what the Fog King was or what he did or like why it existed. They also didn't go into anything with the Telethia really. But, I mean, it was kind of implied like, oh, the Telethia have some sentience back because Zanza isn't controlling them, etc. So, like, that's why they helped and all that. I was wondering if they were actually going to, like, have them cure the Telethia and turn them back into Hyentia, but I guess that's the kind of thing where it's like, you can imagine that if you want, they leave it open-ended, like, maybe Teal'c and Tyrea finished their research and got them back, maybe they didn't. That's up to your own interpretation, and I'm all cool with that. I love seeing Dunban and Ricky and Vinaya and etc. helping out here, by the way. Oh, that's so good. I love that a lot. I really enjoy that. There's Charla, and I think that's Lanada and Fiora, big fan of all that. That's really good. These little ending slides are really, really nice. So in terms of the Fog King himself, it was a little weird and kind of like no major resolution, and it seemed a little sudden at the end, but again, it's an epilogue story. Like, they didn't have a lot of time to work with it, really, and they did so phenomenally with the main game that it didn't really need to be anything super deep. Like, you've already got Zanza and Dixon and Eggle. You don't need another super deep villain in this game, even in the epilogue. But the stuff they did with Tyrea and Melia was fantastic. Oh, wait. Mustache guy. My man Dunban.
They're waiting for you, Melia.
Does this world need a coronation? I just don't see the point.
Don't say that. It is the will of the people. It will mark the birth of a new era.
You'd also have been a fine choice.
Yes, well. I'm occupied with my research, as you know, Empress Melia.
Don't mock me.
Here we go.
Yes.
Honestly, perfect ending to the epilogue. Like, it's flawless. Basically. That's so good. That was the Imperial staff, I believe, that you get, like, Callian gives you, and it was like, this was meant to be yours, it was your father's staff. It's like the staff of the Imperial line. That's so good. That was, like, all the Fog King, like, being kind of what even was it, why was it even there, aside, that ending right there with the coronation and all, actually perfect. There was no better way to end it. Ah, they're gonna give me the Monolith Soft logo again. That's nice. But overall, just fantastic. It was really, I was a little worried going into the epilogue. I was a little worried when they said there would be an epilogue period. I was like, oh no, Xenoblade Chronicles storyline is basically perfect. There's not really much you could add on or do to change it to make it any better. So I was worried about that. And then when I started Future Connected, it was like, hey, we took out skill trees and chain attacks. And I'm like, oh no, that sounds really bad. Wait a minute. Shulk's weapons look can be changed in Future Connected. The 8th challenge. Oh, you can use, like, Shulk's old sword. That's hilarious. The 8th challenge in the main game's time attack is unlocked. Master-level arts manuals have been added to the main game's time attack item exchange, letting you improve arts up to level 12. Fantastic. Unfortunately, someone spoiled me to level 12 arts. I would be losing my mind if I hadn't already known that. I wish I hadn't, but oh well. But of all the things to get spoiled of, I'm glad that was all I was spoiled of. But, and now we can do that 8th time attack. So I was wondering, actually, going through Future Connected, there were no time attack areas. And I'm like, I know you get a time attack from Future Connected. Do you just get it for finishing the game or what? And apparently, yes, you just get it from finishing the game, which is great. But, that was a perfect ending with Melia's coronation and all. Future Connected, I went into it a little worried, but honestly, they really couldn't have done anything better, I think, other than giving me skill trees. But that might have made the combat too easy if you had had skill trees in Future Connected, so that's fair. I don't know about game balancing. But yeah, Future Connected was... Oh my god, I sit in my throat, I'm sorry. Future Connected was a fantastic thing to add on, just perfectly done as well as you could do an epilogue for this game, and I'm honestly just so glad that they did it. It was great. So, again, just another reason Xenoblade Chronicles so much deserved this definitive edition and continues to prove how worth it is and how it's probably just like the best game ever made. It's my second favorite game I've ever played, you know, subjectively. Objectively, I'd say it's the best game I've ever played. I do still, Tales of Xillia has a very, very special place in my heart personally, which is why it's my favorite game, but Xenoblade Chronicles is easily very closely in second place for me, and I just love this game so much. It's so good. But yeah, Future Connected, it's done. So for those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the Future Connected epilogue that we did. I had this as a separate series compared to my main Xenoblade playthrough. I'm going to be going back to my main Xenoblade playthrough, which I believe will be at like part 270 or so, to start doing the rest of the post-game in that. I still got to beat the super bosses. I got to do the rest of the time trials, including the time trial we just unlocked. Get some of those level 12 art books for sure. And I still have about like 60 to 80 side quests, I think, to do in the main game, including the Tyrea side quest, which I really need to see how it concludes, because I didn't expect it to play into Future Connected so heavily, but it did. So yeah, still a little bit more Xenoblade to go. Probably by the time this gets to YouTube, I will have finished Xenoblade. I'll be done streaming it, because I really think it's only going to take me 4, maybe 5 more streams to finish the post-game of Xenoblade, if even that. It really depends on how hard I struggle against the super bosses, and getting S-ranks and time trials determines how many more streams of that I have to go. Because only like 60 to 70 more side quests, that shouldn't take me too long, theoretically, depending on the side quests. But yeah, so definitely there will still be some more Xenoblade videos coming as I finish all that post-game stuff. But Future Connected is finished. It is done. Thank you all so much for watching. This epilogue was fantastic. Xenoblade Chronicles is one of the greatest games ever made. Period. The end. I absolutely love it. I'm so glad I got this definitive edition. It is so deserving. Future Connected is a very worthy addition to the game. A fantastic epilogue that they did just fantastically. So that's going to be all for that. If you want to check out my Twitch channel, link in the description. And all I have to say, normally I say farewell to be the final word of a playthrough and to say goodbye and all that. But I think it's only right for this I say something different. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in future playthroughs. And never forget, we measure, find treasure, pawn specters till we die.